Our today's lesson is just to understand how to form plurals in English. When you want to form plurals in English, you have to consider two things. We have to consider the spelling and pronunciation. Spelling and what? Pronunciation. And we have to follow some rules in making plurals. In order to make plurals in English, we have some rules to follow. Those rules include we have some words to add in singular noun. Okay, you have to keep in your mind that when you want to form plurals, you have to follow some rules. To add either s, es, ies, and ves to make plurals. We are going to discuss one case after another. Let us start where we can add s to form plurals. Those nouns which are regular nouns, it means they are simple to pronounce them. You can just add s at the end. For example, maybe book, it just becomes books. Just simple to pronounce, things like that. So, pen, pens. Very simple to pronounce. You just add s at the end because these are regular nouns. Another case, as we have said, adding es at the end of a singular noun. When you see a noun ends in s, ch, ach, z, and x, these nouns you can add es at a singular noun to form plurals. Words like church, it becomes churches. Words like maybe church, churches, box, boxes, things like that. So you consider just adding es when you see a noun ends in s, in ch, ach, x, and z. Why? Because these nouns has already end with a hissing sound, a buzzing sound. So adding es to these words, it becomes easy to pronounce. So you can just add es so that it can be easy to pronounce them. Another case is just adding ies at a singular noun to form plurals. Which case you can add ies? When you see a noun ends with the consonant y. A noun ends with a consonant y. You add ies. For example, maybe when you see a noun ends with a consonant y. For example, the word story. When you add in plurals, it becomes stories. So you just remove y and you add ies. But be attention in this because not all consonant ending with the y, not all words ending with y, you can add ies, no. These are just special cases. When you see a word ends with a vowel plus y, you just add s at the end. You can't add ies. When you see words ends with a vowel plus y, you just add s at the end to form plurals. So you have to keep in mind that not all words ends with a consonant y, you just add ies, no. When you see words ends in a vowel plus y, you just add s at the end. For example, the word boy ends with a consonant y, but because we have a vowel plus y, that's why we just add s at the end. We don't add ies. The word like toy, the same word price, you just add s at the end. Let us go to another case, that is adding VES at the end. When you see words ends in F or FE, in this case now you can be in the position of adding VES at the end of a singular noun to make it plurals. Words like knife, knives. Words like live, lives, things like that. So when you see words ends in F and FE, you just add VES at the end to make it plurals. Apart from all those which I have already explained, we have special cases. We call them irregular nouns. Irregular nouns. We say that regular nouns, we just add the S at the end to form plurals, but we have also irregular nouns. Irregular nouns, it means that they don't follow rules in making plurals. The words are changing completely. For example, words like child. In the plurals, it becomes children. Words like that, so they are changing completely. For example, tooth, teeth. So they change completely. They don't follow rules. So you have to keep in mind that in nouns, we have regular nouns where you can just add the S at the end, but also we have irregular nouns. Irregular nouns don't follow rules. So these words are just changing completely. For example, if a word like a person, one, but people, many. So they are changing completely. Child, children, tooth, teeth. So these are irregular nouns. Thank you very much for listening and welcome to the next lesson.